Hey everybody, it's Mitch, and welcome to my next video. Today, we are going to be doing a little bit of a different video, because today I'm going to be showing you how to make, a YouTube thumbnail using GIMP. So yeah, let's get to it. Basically, I'm going to be making the thumbnail that I'm going to be having for this video using GIMP. Yeah, so let's do this. Okay, so this is one that I've done in the past. This just happens to be up, so we're not going to worry about that. Let's just go new. So the setting that you're going to want is you're going to want 1280 by 720. This came in for me. It's not necessarily going to come in for you. It usually doesn't for me. I think it's because I already have one up that's this size. But that's the size you're going to need. So it comes in, and it came in white because that's the color there. Alright, so let me go through here. That'll get some idea of what I'm looking at. Let me say Google, and let's look for something. Since this is going to be a YouTube thumbnail, so let's just go with YouTube, and we'll go with no, we want images. If that's not popping up, there we go. Okay, so yeah, that should work. No, this one's better. That's a much better one. So I'll just go copy image and come over in here. I can, ooh, that didn't come in well. Sometimes it does. Sometimes you get issues with that. So, especially when you have like background stuff. So, I kind of like, maybe we just stick with this one. Yeah, this one might work. Yeah, that came in pretty nice. All right. It's a little big considering what I plan on doing. I plan on putting how to. Yeah, I'm gonna need a little more space, so let's do this. So what I hit there is I hit Control S for scale, and then I can move that. That's probably a good size right there. Oh, and to zoom in and out, I'm just hitting the plus and minus buttons. And to get that in, it was just literally a Control paste, so Control V. Sorry, I'm forgetting that I need to tell you these things. Give me it. So yeah, then I'm going to hit this button here, and that will lock it on right there. I guess I could have put it on the background, but I think it's better not. So then what I'm going to do is, I generally like to keep that, but at the same time it's fine. I'm going to steal this color, and then I'm going to come in and flip them. Then I'm going to say didn't quite work. Dang. Alright, let's undo. There we go. So I just type in how to. Now that I have it says how to, see how I made that a little bigger. Now, is that the right font? Does that look even remotely similar to this? The answer is kinda. It kinda sorta does. The YouTube font style is fairly simple, but we can check to see what other ones are there. Now, GIMP's funny. It doesn't actually just tell you this, but like there's no drop down. But if I type like a Y to see if I can see YouTube pop up, which there isn't. But there is like ugoth. That's pretty close. Yeah, I like that. That works pretty close. So, but like I was saying, what you can do is you can just type a letter and then it'll show you what's available. So I got how to. Actually, well, more than how to on here. Make a boom. I can just kind of drag. And do I really like this font? And the more I'm looking at it, the more I'm saying no, not really. So let's try something else. Yeah, that did nothing. Let's just try letters. Let's try H. See if anything looks about right. Tower text. See, that doesn't look good. Let's go with, let's see if I can just go back to the basics. Oh, Times New Roman looks terrible. Oh. A lot of options for C. Ooh, I like this Cambria. The point is I'm trying to make it look as much like that as possible. Honestly, I think the default one is actually, funnily enough, sans serif. Okay. I'm just hitting Control Y and then Control Z. So Control Y is Control Z is undo, Control Y is redo. Of course, it doesn't work if you make changes. So let's just go sans serif. Boom. How to make a YouTube. And then I'm just going to, what size is this? Because this actually feels a little bit on the large size. Let's exit out of that. Unfortunately, there's some weird things with GIF, not with GIMP. That's probably about right. Trying to do plus and minus doesn't work when I'm in that. So that is another weird thing with it. Another weird thing with GIMP is the fact that like as you can see sometimes when I click this, sometimes if I'm too zoomed out, this will be over the top and there's just like nothing you can do about it. Just nothing you can do about it. Thumbnail. Put the bold on it. What size is that? 131 is what we went with? Okay, well, we want to keep consistent, so 131. And we can just throw that there. Thumbnail's a very long word. That looks all right. Now this one is just plain white. Now one thing I can do, and I think I will do, is let's go on here. And this is currently white. And I don't want it to be white. So what I did is I clicked this fuzzy select tool. And I just clicked. And now I can hit enter, or not to enter, I can hit delete. And I have to Control Shift A in order to deselect it. But it doesn't look like I did anything, but what actually happened is I got rid of the white. In fact, there's probably still some, now that I think about it, yeah, there's still going to be some there, and there, and there. It's just the background's also white, so you can't tell. I'm going to leave it on the play button. Now, the next thing that I want to do is I want to get a picture of me. So I'm going to be looking away. Well, let's do this. Let's go to me full size for a second. And normally I would come in and I would actually, before I do that, normally what I would do is I would come in, I'd use the snipping tool, and you can see that I have this. So I'd come in and I'd hit the new button, and then I would drag a rectangle over my face over a pre-recorded video. But since I'm doing this on a video that's currently being recorded, I can't really do that. So I'm going to use a slightly different method than what I would normally do. Oh, forgot about that. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit the print screen button, which is, this is going to give a bunch of extra information, but it's fine. So I'm going to hit that. Then, oh yeah, let's get back to here. Yeah, you got my big face right there. So then I'm going to come in and I'm going to hit Control V, and you can see that a bunch of stuff pops up. Now I'm going to make this all go away. In fact, I'm going to put this layer up to, actually I think I have to anchor it in first. So I'm just going to make a new layer, and I'm going to zoom out. I'm going to take this up to the top, and okay, so there's all sorts of info on here. You got my live subscriber feed, but what I really care about is this right here. Is not subscriber, my live view count is what I had up. So there's that. But this is what I really care about. So I'm just going to shrink that. That's probably more than I need, actually. Scale that. Yeah, that's more than enough. See, and you can see that I am now in frame. And what I'm going to do, first thing I'm going to do, just because I have way too much stuff, I'm going to crop out all the crap I don't need. So there's that. Now I only have this. I'm going to zoom in. I like to zoom in one past full zoom. And I'm going to go over to the Paths tool here. And I'm going to just click that. And I'm going to click here. And I'm going to click right. No, that's too far. Click around there. And I'm just going to kind of trace the outline. And I even trace it over my webcam. Normally, like I say, it's a weird face. I really should have done like a goofy face. That's kind of on me for that. So hopefully this will do well, despite the fact that I didn't make much of a face. We'll see how it does. I did just kind of trace along the outline, just kind of general shape. I don't need to get too specific yet, but you got to keep that in mind. It's just something you got to feel for, because you can make these lines later go and add a curve to them. So I don't need to hold too tight to them. I tend to do a lot of points around the hair just because hair is goofy, and I tend to do less points around other parts, like my ears and stuff, because those you want to keep a nice normal looking shape. You don't want it to be all funky looking like this hair. I've done this a bunch of times, so you know, it's not too crazy. Yeah, but you just keep clicking. Whew. And I'm gonna click there, and the earlobe looks a little weird, so I'm just gonna do that. Normally I wouldn't, but I got a weird angle. Totally forgot. Yeah, that's a terrible face. We'll see if that actually looks any. We'll see how well people actually do about clicking on that. If you're watching this, clearly you clicked on it, because this is the thumbnail that's getting used for this video that you are currently watching. And yeah, that should be pretty decent. So then I got to come in here. And I just kind of match up the curves. It doesn't have to be perfect, and it's better to go inside than it is out. Because it's actually better to like miss pieces of detail than it is to catch background. It just looks better that way. So better to err on the side of cutting more than cutting less, interestingly enough. But yeah, I'm just kind of moving these lines in a way to make them hit the background a little better than I did the first go around. As you can see, I can a bit of play on these. I don't hit all of them. Some of the shorter ones I'll just ignore because you're not going to notice that anyway. This one's a little weird because my hair's kind of funky there. Like, I mean, I could have taken the inside route and just ignored that piece, but I decided not to. It's kind of a judgment call. You know, this video is actually getting uploaded quite a bit after it's being recorded. So by the time you're seeing it, it's actually pretty old. And on top of that, my skills may have improved by then. So hopefully they have actually. But, you know, this video is still out there for you guys to, you know, and maybe hopefully learn something from. Because, you know, this was definitely something I did that took me a bit of doing. Alright, so I've got everything in place. Now, I could just hit enter and everything would work, but I want to show you something. See how these aren't connected? They'll automatically connect, but I can force them to connect by holding control, and then I can do that. So I just made sure I was clicked on one, held control, and then they connected. And I just hit enter. That's a really important trick because sometimes if a couple of those dots end up not connected, oh, that control trick can save you a bunch of time. I wasted so much time having to redo things because I didn't know that trick. Really wish I had learned that sooner, in all honesty. Okay, and as you can see, we've got a little bit of an issue here. I can get rid of that easy though. So yeah, you can see me. I'm all separated from the background. And now I can say, let's see, alpha to select, grow, 10, and let's put a white background. You're not going to be able to see it, but there is a white outline. And then I can do filters, light and shadow, drop shadow, boom, and now you can see the white outline. There's some garbage. Ooh, that's a lot more garbage than I would have liked. Yeah, let's undo a couple of things. You know what? Let's do something real quick just to make this easier. See how we have a white background? Maybe we don't want a white background. Maybe we want a black background. I don't know if we're going to keep that or not, but that'll at least make it easier for us to work for the time being. Yeah, oh yeah. The reason why that wasn't working is we're on the background. So I have to make sure I'm on the layer I want, and then it will erase. Because that's the way GIMP operates. Alright, so I got rid of that. Now, come back in here, right click on here, alpha to select, grow, 10, flip those back, and now it'll be real obvious when I put this on. Control Shift A, filters, light and shadows. This drop shadow is not going to show though because it's black background. Yes, because that's all black. Okay, so we can't have the black background, but we can do all sorts of other colors. Let's play around a little. What's a good color? YouTube likes red, although if we do red, that's going to not show well with that. But, yeah, what happens if we just get rid of Yeah, yellow's gross. I don't want pink. What if we do a blue background? Okay, fine. I'll stick with white for right now. White has its advantages. Oh, yeah. See, I'm still on the wrong layer. So if I do this, move myself over, we have a bit of an issue. See how thumbnail is super long? Well, what I can do is I can actually move thumbnail up over, boom. And now you can see it over top of me. Big issue with that is it doesn't look great. So let's try this. Let's put all these above me, and I'll go with the bottom. And then let's go thumbnail. Let's try the same thing. Thumbnail, alpha to select, grow, 10. Let's put a white out. Let's do another white outline on it. Yep, that's the same. Okay, so when we did that, see how it kind of pushed past? That's not a good thing. So what we got to do to keep that from happening is we got to do that. And then we got to move this back. And then we can do alpha to select, grow, 10. And then I can pop this on. Oh, after the bucket. Pop that on. And probably need to hit that there. Yeah. Control-Shift-A. Filters, light and shadow, drop shadow. Boom. So now it's got a little bit of depth to it. Let's do the same with how to make. First off, drop that. I anticipate some issues with this as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, well, the top's okay. I'm going to just pull that down a little. And yeah, so then we can just go alpha to select, grow. I just keep it at 10. You can change it to whatever size you want. Make sure you hit all the inner pieces. It's less of an issue figuring it out if you're not doing white on white like I am, which is kind of a problem, but white on white just works for this. Drop shadow, boom. You got this really cool how to make effect. And now, of course, we still have YouTube. We can do the same thing. Alpha to select, grow, 10. Keep our bucket. Technically, I shouldn't have to do that, but well, anyways. B and the E. And that should be all of it. Then I can go filters, light and shadow, drop shadow, and you can see it's got that nice solid look. And yeah, it's a fairly simple, plain, basic one. I could have done a cooler face. Definitely things that could have been better. Let's see, but first let's go file, file save as. That shows all my thumbnails, so then I can just come in and go, how to make a YouTube there we go. And actually, now that I think about it, probably should put something that references GIMP in here. Okay, good. So let's grab this guy, copy image. Yeah, that works pretty well. I can make that work. See, the fact that I didn't do anything, it still had light and shadows. So I almost messed up that. So I'm going to hit this button to lock it in. This button would merge it. This one will create a new layer, which is what we want. Now I want to, let's get rid of, just bring that to the top. Now one thing I can do is I can just do a fuzzy select, hopefully. Nope. Is that good? No, we're missing a lot of detail. Yeah, let's go with maybe this image. Nope. Just gotta find an image that'll work, because this one's being problematic. Let me see what the issue is. It can be a problem when you get black stuff like this. Can we actually get rid of everything? The answer is maybe not. Might have to. Weirdly enough, the GIMP logo is proving difficult to get into GIMP. Alright, but there's things we can do to make this work. So first off, I'm going to do this. Then see, I'm on here. I usually keep my eraser a bit giant. Let's make it even bigger since I'm just trying to get rid of all this. I could have used the fuzzy select, but this works just as well. Let's see. Then if I just drop this there, you can't really see a lot of it, but that doesn't look great. Let's see, if I drop myself down, let's make this guy smaller. Oh yeah, that looks so much better. Kind of hide him out in the corner. It's got a little bit of blank space. Let's put that there. Let's shrink him up a little. And I think that looks pretty good, actually. Let's put a shadow on him too, just for giggles, and I like it. So file, save, and in order to make it so we can actually use it, export as, I just put it in a separate folder. You don't have to do that much. And boom, I got myself a thumbnail. So that's what I am going to be using for this video. Yeah. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like. I'd really appreciate that. That helps it do well, especially if this actually helps you out. Drop a comment down below. Let me know whether this actually helps you make a thumbnail or not. Subscribe to the channel. I mostly do D&D 3.5 stuff. So if you're into Dungeons & Dragons 3.5, definitely subscribe and ring that notification bell so you never miss out on a video. But anyways, as always, I'm Mitch, and I'll be seeing you